I'm Viktor Angelov, and I'm a violin player. I came far away from to be here today and standing in front of you telling my story. I must say that one of my dreams finally came true again, because one of my dreams was actually to be here and to be part of TEDx organization. Thank you so much for the organization about it and that invited me to be here. And we got amazing subject that it's called transformation. And guys, I'm not talking about transformations like typical transformations what we are doing during the day. I'm not talking about transformation when we transform each other in Santa Claus for New Year. I'm talking about transformation, the life transformation, something that is the biggest thing in our lives, what's going in our lives, the change, what we are doing, who we want to be one day, what we want to do one day, what we want to create, and what we're going to left after we die one day. So the kid, as you saw it on the stage, and the clock behind, they're not the time machines, it's not time traveler, don't be afraid, but it's something that represents me when I was 22 years ago on the age of 7 and who is Viktor Angelov today. So I will start from the first thing when I started. I was thinking a lot actually. When I was coming here to Istanbul, I was thinking a lot, what should I do? How I should inspire you today? How I should give you energy that you're gonna be better tomorrow, that you're gonna act better, you're gonna achieve better goals, that your dream will come true. And on the end, I decided that the best way for that is actually to tell my own story, my own life story. I will start as I was a small kid at the age of 7. I was going in a school, musical school. My father is also a musician. My sister is a musician as well. But I was going in a school at a young age, musical school, and I didn't like it so much, mathematics, history, geography. Actually, I hate those subjects. But what I really love and what I was really good in something was the music. At least this is what my parents says and what my teacher says at that time. So my teacher, as I remember, she was always telling me that when I was preparing compositions for the lesson, usually the other kids was needed time for 5 or 6 months to prepare one composition, one concerto. So, but for me, was other case. I was preparing the whole book in the next lesson. So one book has around 20 to 22 compositions. So they was recognized by that I was already talented. But on the end, we will see that the talent is not enough. So I was very talented, and this is why my teacher was representing to my family that maybe I should continue my studies in other country, that I will not stay in this school because this school, it can't give me the needs I need. So they was sending me another school that is called Musical School for Music Talented Musician. It's Serbia. It's 800 kilometers far, and I was out of my family. I was divided from my family. I was alone. It was one of my hardest period in the life, actually, because I was only on the 13th at that time. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but for me it was a very hard period. And I guess, and I truly believe it was a hard period for my family as well. At that time, I was doing good. I passed the audition. I went to the school. I entered the audition. And after that, it came something important in my life that was very important for my career as well. I was attending the competition. And on the end, I won this competition, and it helps me a lot in my life. But there is one thing that I found it a few years after that my parents told me to send me for this competition. Actually, they sold their own wedding rings. This was very hard, and even today, when I talk about it, I deeply inside feel a lot of pain. And after that, I went to other school in Serbia when my parents told me, okay, this is how we can help you. This is the limit what we can do. After that, you must bring everything by own. Because I'm not ashamed to say I'm coming from poor family. We had very bad financial situations. And after that, I was doing everything myself. I went to Austria in university. I was working, finding gigs around to play for some bars. Few months, I was also a bartender. I was working for some places and gigs to collect money that I can pay my bills after that on my studies in Austria. And studies in Austria, it's so expensive. And my school was also very expensive. I was fighting during the life about those things. I was applying, I was doing many things. I won some competitions there as well, and suddenly I got the job. I got the job, and one of my dreams came true again. It was to be member of the orchestra. I was member of Salzburg Philharmonic Orchestra, that it's very professional orchestra, and I was so happy at that time. And not only a member in the orchestra, my dream was to be a concertmeister in this orchestra. After 4 years performing as a member in the orchestra, after that 2 years I was concertmeister. I won the audition and I became a concertmeister. Everything was perfect, everything was nice, but my dream, it wasn't stopped there. My dreams wanted to continue more. I wanted more, I wished more. I liked it more. I liked the taste of winning the things. And I say, okay, I touched the limit of the orchestra, I wanted more. What could I do at that time? I was thinking about, and I was informing a lot on the internet. I was watching many documentaries and motivational speeches. One of them is Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. Perhaps many of you knows him. And he was always telling, in the life, it's so important just to do something. Go out and do shit, as he says. I'm sorry for that, but it's his words, it's not mine. So I was taking my violin, I went out on the streets, I started performing in front of public. I think the streets are the best public, actually. I love that. I love the taste of the people, how many people you can meet, the most powerful ones and the one that is the low class, how he says, or how the system says. And I love that situation because then you have the pure emotions. The most beautiful and pure emotions are from the people you can see on the streets. So I was representing myself on the street. I was fighting. I wanted to make connections, more connections, every day, more and more. And I was meeting many people. I was meeting many people in different subjects, doctors, architectures, everything. And I was trying and trying my best always, and suddenly I would like to share one video with you, what happened and the transformation, what happened after that. Perhaps all of you know the song that is very famous. Maybe now it's already annoying a bit. It's called Despacito. Please hold your hands. How many of you knows the Despacito song? Perfect. Yes, this one. So suddenly, after a year performing on the street, the guy who wrote Despacito song is called TEDxİKÜ. So he's one of the biggest production and the most famous person in the moment in the musical industry. I would like to share the video with you. He was inviting me in the concert in Paris and announced me as the best covered, performed Despacito song in the world. So please, we can watch that video.
Lovely.
You killed it, bro. You killed it.
Thanks, man.
This is my favorite version around the world.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
You monster B. You great.
Thanks, man.
This guy right here is the one that I just showed you. This guy right here killed it on the Despacito version, my favorite one around the world. Say some words, bro.
Thanks, man. It's my pleasure to meet today, Daddy. It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when I get the mail that he just invited me, like privately, directly from him. I just couldn't believe it.
I'm a big fan, though.
Thanks,
so I invited him to the show because he deserved it. He really killed it, man.
Thanks, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. And this guy is real talented, bro.
Thanks. Hope to see you again and we enjoy together.
Gracias. Gracias, mi gente.
Ciao. Thank you.
So yeah, this was the part when I met TEDxİKÜ, and as I promised, I will show this moment wherever I have chance, because for me it means a lot. It's such a big human, because can you imagine somebody performing on the street and suddenly inviting in a big show and pronouncing as the best cover song. After that, I start getting many invitations. I got invitations for performing in big festivals as well, and I had the chance to meet some of the biggest DJs in the world. Some of them will be Hardwell, Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, Avicii, and I've met the next 65 DJs in the world, the most famous ones on the list. I would like to share this video as well with you. It will not take long, I promise.
Take the next step. Welcome to Electric Love.
So that was the Electric Club Festival with 120,000 people in the public. Things are starting to changing at that time for me. It was changing a lot. I love that spirit. I have few questions for you guys. How many of you, when you wake up in the morning, the first thoughts in your mind, it's about coffee? Please hold your hands. Perfect. How many of you, when you woke up in the morning, the first thoughts, it's about your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife? Please hold your hands. Cool. And how many of you actually here, the first thoughts that coming in your mind in the morning, it's the biggest thing actually in the world about sex? Please hold your hands. No, only me? No, I don't believe. So, but if this is true, guys, this is a big problem. Because if in our thoughts the first things are those things that I mentioned, we have a big problem. Because if we want to achieve big goals, if we want to achieve big things, if we want to make our dreams come true one day, we should forget about those things to be our main things in the morning, and we should be focused more about our life goals. What you want to create today, what you want to be in 10 days, what you want to be in 10 years, what you want to be in the 20 years. This is very important. When you wake up, I want you to think about success. I want you to think about what you want to change in your life. What is your goal? What you want to be? This is very important. And then, after a few years, when we get successful, I'm also mentioning myself as well in those groups. When we get successful, then we can go and drink coffee in Maldives. We can have sex with our girlfriend, boyfriends in Miami, or such a things like that. So, I think this is very important that we should do it. Last time, I had a concert here in Istanbul a month and a half ago, as I remember. And during my performance here, I was making videos as well in front of Galata Tower. I don't know, maybe some of you saw that video as well. It got very viral in Turkey. So usually when I'm traveling around, when I'm basking on the streets, I do that a lot because at the time when I was younger, I didn't have a chance because of the financial situation. I didn't have a chance to travel around. And when my colleagues was finishing the graduations, there was all of them going on a tour in Europe for 10 days. And I didn't have such a chance. But I remember I told to myself the time will come when I will give my maximum and I will travel around the world, not only for 10 days. I will travel for much longer. And this is what happened actually with all the things that I invest in myself, hard-working things. I was in situation that I can travel. During 1 year, I could travel 10 months. I start with the basking at first. Then I start with the projects, with weddings, and many other things, so I can afford all of that. I will show you shortly also how my production get better and better by time that we were organizing a weddings in a short video. Thank you. And I'm sorry I'm wearing the same suit from the video. I promise it's not the only one that I have. No, because this year, actually I got sponsored by a senior, it's called the company, who is presenting me and my outfit on my performances. So I must mention it because of them as well. And I want to say a few more words about my travelings when I was in Turkey, because we are running a bit of the time. I will try to do it faster. So I was here in Istanbul. I was recording a video in front of Galata Tower that was very viral, and we'll show it in a few seconds. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I will show you just a few pages and what I get supported by Novak Djokovic. He is the champion in the world of tennis at the moment. And I got shared on many powerful pages that it's some of them with million views, some of them with the heart. I think it's all about love. So there is some of them, Kagri Tanner. And there is many of them, and I will just quickly want to say that I'm not here to say how my life was hard. I'm not here to cry to you that I had hard life or something like that. I believe all of us had, or we are having at the moment, especially for the younger generations. I truly believe in that. I'm not here only because of that. I want to say that everything in the life you can achieve if you have clear minds and if you have a clear goal, what you want to do. If you are working every day, acting on that, thinking of that, you change your mindset, I'm sure the transformation will come so quick that you will not even recognize when they came. And you will forget about the past, how hard it was. You will forget about every bad moments you had. And you will start enjoying at the moment, and you will start enjoying what's going around you. I have only quick, I'm sorry, I will just explain for a few more seconds some of my videos, what's going on the streets. I think you're gonna love it, and I will show you the next video as well, that you can also forget about the hard times, because you need to remember that it's very important also to have fun in your life. I will show you first the moment of the weddings, proposals that I have in my performances. Some of them will be the fun that I have. During all this hard life, we must have fun. So please watch the last video for today. That was everything. Thank you so much, Istanbul. It was amazing to be here. Thank you. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Thank you.